Join us as Koa and I go into a farm and garden store and he learns more about public access work. Hup, hup, hup. Come on. What is this? Back. Back. Oh. They're pretty cute. So this is something Koa's going to have to learn to deal with as a service dog out in public when he's dealing with, come on, different dogs, different reactions, and learning not to react. Come on. Oh. Okay, why don't you come check it out? Koa. Koa. So in general, I need to let him, I didn't know it was going to startle him, so therefore I should not have taken it to him. However, I want him to come investigate it here because he doesn't know. There we go. We're Mr. Brave. Come on. Come on, buddy. Huh? Thank you. What'd you think of that? So I'm going to pet it. So you never want to take the item to the dog, which again, I didn't know he was going to be startled by it. So therefore, I wish I hadn't done that. So I want him to be able to approach the item and check it out himself. So now I'm just going to pet it like it's real so he can see that I'm touching it and I'm not dying, and then he can smell it and then everything is good. So you're really impressive, buddy. Here we go. So he's going to try to see stuff on the floor every once in a while. Koa, come on. So like anytime there's an item on the floor, sit. Anytime there's an item on the floor, whether he wants to check it out, but I want his brain to be more calm and not be sniffing anything, and he absolutely cannot pick anything up off of the ground. And so when he goes to do that, I'm going to set the line so he learns not to do that. The last thing we would ever want is for him to pick up something that could be detrimental. People drop medications and stuff all the time, and we want to make sure that he's not ingesting something that we're not aware of. So anyway, so that's just something that as we're walking up and down the aisles, I'm going to make sure that I disagree with that so he learns to have a more calm brain as we're walking, to ignore the environment and even not wanting to use his nose to investigate, which we're actually asking him to ignore his instinct, which is to check out his environment using his nose. Come on. Come on. I'm going to down him right here. Koa, sit. Down, down. So now anytime that we down a dog, even though I've got him outside of an aisle, down, I'm gonna make sure that I tuck this tail and that I stand here in such a way. Now, if I was visiting with somebody or I was going through a checkout, which I'm gonna be showing that at another time, but anytime we are out in public, I wanna make sure that the dog is secure to where he's not in a line of traffic to be ran over, because a lot of times a dog can be down underneath the table in a restaurant, or they could be down just somewhere out of the aisle, and people are so used to being on their phones and they're so focused on where they're going, they might step right on your dog. So, you know, I went ahead and downed him, and there's 2 aisles here, so down. So depending on what I was, down, down, down. Depending on where I was at, I'm gonna pick the best place to kind of just block for my dog, okay? Break, come on. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna let him up. If you would just stay quiet and let him come into your space, and then I'll tell you when to pet him, is that okay? And just don't talk, okay? And we'll go ahead and squat down. Go ahead and just say, break. And come in, I'll go ahead and just pet him without talking. This is awesome. He's actually going to be a service dog for the Northwest Battle Buddies Service Dog Program here in November. He'll meet as a veteran, so he has a lot more training to happen. But yeah, I've been raising him, and we're putting his story on YouTube. So this is way better. The first time we took him in public, he actually acted a little bit afraid of people. So we've been working on this. Yeah, so this is fantastic. I couldn't be happier with him. He enjoys this part about the training more than anything. Yeah, he's a great dog. Sit. Down. Down. Good. One of the things that we do when we are out in public, this is super quiet. This is his first time in this store. He hasn't been out in public a lot, waiting for him to grow up a little bit. We're absolutely going to be tightening up all of his obedience in public, and you're going to see how the precision that we're going to have. However, a lot of times if the dog's brain is really, really busy, we're going to down the dog and then just let him watch everybody go by. Let him listen to the carts going by. Whatever the activity is, we just put him in a down so he can settle and learn to kind of just absorb what's happening in the activities. Down. Down. He's pretty calm in his brain as a whole because I've raised him. But a lot of the service dogs that we bring in are super excited in their brain, and they come in here and they're just like amped. You know, I mean, they're just very, very active. They're very rubbernecking down every aisleway, and which isn't wrong, but we want their brain to be more calm because we want them to be focused on their handler. This is the first time he's hearing these sounds. This is the first time he's encountering some of these atmospheres, and we just want to build on that. So today is a day of a lot of firsts, and we have a lot of place to go. We have a lot of improvement that needs to happen, but at the same time, I'm super happy with where he's at. He's going to be a great dog for a veteran someday for the Northwest Battle Buddies program. Break. Come on, let's go.